honestly never thought that I would say these words. I'm actually interested in a classic flap again. I really am. But it has to have certain things. So wait to find out what I am talking about. Hi guys, welcome to another video. We're talking Chanel. Chanel have been off my radar for the longest time. The price increase after price increase after price increase, just ridiculous. The fact that their classic flaps are £10,000 now, it's just absolutely crazy. And I have been off Chanel. So what has changed? Why am I now thinking I'm obsessed? I am absolutely obsessed again. Let's find out. I have always loved Chanel. Let's not get this wrong. I've always loved a lot of the styles. I don't love all of the leathers. You guys know I love caviar. This is my pride and joy, my absolute pride and joy. This is the classic flap in caviar leather in black with silver hardware. I bought this, I cannot even remember how long ago. It must be 8 years ago, something like that. And when I bought this, I was absolutely obsessed with Chanel and would have bought everything in store pretty much. But this is the one that I saved up for, I really wanted, and I am so happy that I got my hands on it when I did. I bought this when this was 4,000, I think it was either 4,450 or 4,500 pounds, which is an insane amount of money, I know. But at the time, it was crazy amount of money, crazy. But in today's terms, for a classic flap, it's actually an absolute bargain. Who knew, eh? I kept looking at this and the prices kept going up. When I first looked at this, I think it was 2,000 something. And every time I got to the point I could afford it, the price had gone up. And anyway, I ended up biting the bullet when it got to £4,500. Oh, this in store now is over, I think it's over £10,000, which is just crazy. Just crazy. So the prices have absolutely put me off. I was absolutely against Chanel, particularly over the pandemic when it was 20% increase, another 20% increase. I just thought it was scandalous. I've done videos on it saying how scandalous it was, and it was. I also had two pieces in my collection which were lambskin. I had the Trendy CC in the beautiful grey. I also had a card holder in red. Now, I wanted to love lambskin. I wanted to love it, but I don't love it. I don't love it. I love caviar, and I think that is where another reason why my obsession, if you like, with Chanel changed, because the prices had gone up ridiculously. I wasn't in love with the lambskin. I didn't think it was durable. It's not supposed to be durable, but I thought it was even less durable than you would even imagine after not even using the bag, etc. So I wasn't impressed with the lambskin. It then followed that most of their pieces are in lambskin. Even a lot of their seasonal pieces are in lambskin, and it cut down my choices. It cut down my options of things I could actually buy from Chanel, because I love the caviar. I just love it. It's not everybody's favourite, I get that. Some people feel like it is quite shiny and plasticky looking. I just feel that if you get the right caviar, as in different seasons of different leathers, and the one I've got here, it is so puffy, it is so luxurious. I absolutely love it. So that was my issue with Chanel, the prices, the fact that I didn't like the lambskin, the fact that they don't do a lot of caviar. So it really cut down my choices, and in effect, I went away from Chanel. I haven't bought a brand new bag from Chanel. I cannot even remember. It must be the Trendy CC. No, it was the Chanel 19 in denim. It was in denim, so I went for a fabric bag. So it's a good 2.5, nearly 3 years, I think, something like that, since I've actually bought a bag from store in Chanel. So what has changed recently? Why am I suddenly obsessed? Well, I've fallen back in love with this, and I never really fell out of love with it, but I've been, yeah, just loving this a little bit more recently again, because I just think it's such a classic. I've always loved my wallet on chain, and that has never changed, so that isn't the deciding factor. I think what's happened it's this is what's happened. So I went on the hunt for a caviar mini rectangle because I had to go pre-loved, because Chanel do not make this bag anymore. They do seasonal versions. I saw one in Manchester the other day. I will put a clip up here. So they do often just seasonal pieces in caviar, but they are few and far between, and there's not a lot of choice in colours, for example. So I went on the hunt for this, and this has been an absolute revelation for me. I adore this bag so much, and I know lots of you do as well. And I've fallen in love with the classic flap shape again. I know this isn't classed as a classic flap because it's the mini, but it is reminiscent. If you can see the difference between them, you can see that it's just a mini version of the classic. And yeah, I want more. I do want more caviar. Now, whether I go for a caviar mini and again have to go pre-love for it, but I'm actually, and I honestly never thought that I would say these words, I'm actually interested in a classic flap again. I really am. But it has to have certain things. So wait to find out what I am talking about. So what specifically would I be interested in? Well, I would be interested in the medium size of the classic flap. I don't want another jumbo. I've got one jumbo. I don't need another one in any colour or whatever else. Even though I do really love it, I don't want another one that size. The small I don't think is much different capacity wise to the mini, so I think the medium large size would be the one. But my caveat is this: it would have to be in a classic easy colour. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is my good friend Amelia from Amelia Rose's Closet, she has the medium in the black. And she has got the chain extended so that it allows her to wear it crossbody, because the one massive downside, other than the price, the one massive downside of the classic flap is that it's just the medium size, the strap length on it is just, it's not one thing or another. It's really, really annoying. It is literally like a mid-length shoulder. And I just think, no, I never wear my bags like that. You can't double it up properly. It's right under your armpit. And yeah, you can't wear it crossbody. So what is my caveat? My caveat is that I would have to be able to do the same as Amelia and get the strap extended. And that would allow me to double it up and wear it under properly across my shoulder, or wear it crossbody. So why would I take what is a classic bag and potentially devalue it by adjusting it and sending it somewhere to have the chain adjusted? Well, on this occasion, I would not worry about resale value. I would just be thinking how I would use it personally, and therefore I would get the chain extended. It would have to be in a classic colour, because the only way that whoever I send it off to get it the chain extended, whether it's leather surgeons or whoever else I might send it to, for them to match the exact leather in order for the leather to go through the chain strap, it would have to be something very generic. So I couldn't get like an iridescent or a, you know, like a leather that's got a different finish on it, because, or in a really unusual colour, because for them to match it would be impossible or very difficult. Whereas if I got a black or even a navy or something like that, I think they'd be able to match it a lot easier, and the whole process would be easier. So yeah, I might be thinking of, in the future, of a classic flap. So what colour would I go for? I would probably, much as I have these, and they're all sort of dark colours, I would probably go for a black. I probably would go for a black, but I would go for gold hardware in this case. And would I buy new from store? I don't think so, but I am loving the classic flap again. I think it is just, oh, I don't know, it's just come round back into my head recently. And I think, yeah, I think having one with gold hardware would just be amazing. So I probably would go pre-love, because there are some real bargains out there. Bargains. And I think that because if you're already buying one that's pre-loved, I'd be less worried about the alterations on it, if you like, rather than buying one new from store that's £10,000 and then sending it off to getting it adjusted and amended, and oh yeah, I think I'd have a problem with that. So we will see if I can find one that is a relative bargain in caviar, then I probably might be interested. Anyway, I'd like to know what you guys think. Are you loving the classic flap still? On YouTube, we don't see it very often, do we? We always used to see unboxings of classic flaps. They were all over YouTube. I loved them. And we hardly see any now. The unboxings now, there's still a lot of Hermes flying around, but there's a lot of other brands, aren't there? Particularly Louis Vuitton, I think. There's a lot of brands now that most of us luxury lovers are unboxing. It's very, very rare to see one of the classic flaps in one of the classic colours. And is that literally just people are not interested anymore? Is it the price has put everybody off? Let me know what you guys think. Are you still buying classic flaps? Do you still love them? Do you still want them? Let me know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on another one.